What up, everyone? So, I guess there's some drama. So, I'm gonna go ahead and try to see what up with it. Like, I'm not trying to get involved, but I am gonna cover it. I'm gonna see exactly what's going on, what the drama's about. So, first of all, this video sprang about because I got a message. All right. And the message said this. Okay. So, it said, I'm not liking this from K9. They're starting to really F with our money, dot, dot, dot. And what that person showed was actually a screenshot of this article. Like, you guys know I'm not on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, because I'm banned. So, a lot of my stuff is limited. So I try to kind of leave it at that. I used to be on Twitter a lot. You guys know as soon as you start hitting too many truths, you get banned. With that said, this gentleman right here, Post Digital at Post Crypto 9, is basically the voice of the K9 Finance DAO. You know what I mean? So let's see what exactly. I don't know what the person said. I have been detecting some FUD in a chat. I don't want to say what chat, okay, but it's an exclusive chat. It's a chat where people have a lot of tokens, basically, and yeah. With that said, let's see what's going on. All right. So, because the person that said what's up with this, I kind of trust that person. We have very similar views. All right. Without any further ado, let me go ahead and get to this. So I guess this is an article on X. I didn't even know you could write articles on X, right? That's how disconnected I am from some of this stuff. Plus, I've been dealing with other stuff, so you already know. But I'm gonna give you my honest opinion on this. So let's see what this is about. It seems positive right now, so I actually don't know what he's talking about. It says, "Guardians of the Chain: Why Bone Holders Are More Important Than Ever." All right. So when I wrote about Bone's treatment within the Shibarium ecosystem, the response was overwhelming, passionate, thoughtful, sometimes heated, but overwhelmingly clear. People care. Some called it FUD, some called it necessary. Both are right in a way. In crypto, so basically he's already admitting that it's necessary in his opinion and it's FUD. Okay. In crypto, criticism without care is FUD, but critique with love is stewardship. And make no mistake, this community is full of stewards, bone holders who refuse to look away while the chain's foundation is tested. This piece is for them, for you. Because bone holders aren't a problem, they are the only reason Shibarium still has a future worth fighting for. All right, because bone holders aren't a problem, they are the only reason Shibarium still has a future worth fighting for. I don't know exactly what angle he's going for already, because I'm Bone Army, first of all. So ain't no one more bullish on Bone than me. They might have more bone than me, but they're definitely not more bullish than me on Bone. And the reason that is because I recognize the value of Bone, not just as a token, a native token to pump bags and pump other tokens. And that's what this is coming off of right off the bat. That's my interpretation. I haven't even, like I said, I wanted you to get my honest opinion of this. All right. Because first of all, Shibarium, Shib OS, and the Shiba state are the trifecta. Okay, so if you're talking about one token, like it's the savior, when the entire ecosystem is literally 5 main tokens. Okay, it's Shib, it's Leash, it's Bone, it's Treat, and then the up and coming stable coin called She. 5 tokens that make the actual ecosystem of that, not counting the tokens called non-fungible, which of course we know we have the Shiboshis and the male and the female. So I really don't know about, no one token can save or guard Shibarium. So that right there, unless you're trying to get just pump and dumps, and then you only need bone to pump a token, to dump a token, to rug a token, etc. But if you're talking about the future of Shibarium, because that's what Guardians of Shibarium, that is the entire ecosystem through utility, through innovation, and through creators, not the holders alone. Like what the? Anyways, let me go ahead and keep going. I'm gonna be fair, but I'm literally telling you how I'm interpreting this. All right, the backbone of Shibarium. Shibarium doesn't run on tweets. It doesn't run on memes, merch drops, or promises of, quote, what's coming soon, end quote. It runs on Bone. Every transaction, every smart contract, every swap, every bridge, every NFT mint, all of it is fueled by the silent commitment of Bone holders. I don't know if it's fueled by the commitment of Bone holders. Bone is, that's like saying the commitment of Ethereum holders is what makes Shib, because Shib is paired with Ethereum and it's on the Ethereum blockchain. I'm not committed to Ethereum. I'm committed to the Shib ecosystem. Like, for example, Bone. I'm not committed to Ethereum. No, I'm committed to Bone. So I'm not exactly understanding let me see if I understand his point of view at the end. So all of it is fueled by the silent commitment of Bone holders. All right. Keep in mind the entire ecosystem isn't even out yet. How can it be fueled by that when really what fuels an ecosystem is the builders, the creators? No ecosystem, no blockchain is worth anything without the builders. First of all, what are you going to buy? What are you going to stake? Where are you going to stake it? I mean, let's keep it 100. But, all right. It definitely is coming off fuddy already, I have to say. And I think, and what's crazy is this is for the Bone holder. This one's for you. So he's going to get into some critique pretty soon, I'm sure, because, he laid it out like that. So, but let's see. All right. So you are the ones who took the risk. You are the ones who kept the faith. You are the real liquidity, not just in pools, but in belief. So let me get this right. They're the real liquidity, but Shib is, so Bone is at like maybe 60 million, between 60 and 70 million, I believe right now, market cap. Shib is at like 7 billion. 7 billion. So how are they the ones who took the risk? You are the ones who kept the faith. You are the real liquidity, not just in pools, but in belief. So, all right, because don't forget the biggest pools with the biggest whales, even on Ethereum, on Shiba Swap, for those real Shib army, Bone army, Treat army, Leash army, soldiers, generals out there, OGs out there, was actually the big dogs pool. That's right. Don't forget. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Leash. I mean, just let's put that out there. You know what I mean? So, all right, cool. So the risk of silence, some say concerns, some say raising concerns is spreading FUD, quote unquote. But ask yourself, who benefits most when Bone holders stay silent? First of all, why is he trying to make this about Bone holders versus, well, let's see. I don't even know exactly what he's trying to say. But see, that division is weird. Because first of all, it's the entire ecosystem. It's Shib as a value storage and transfer. Okay? A type of exchange, memes and meme coin. Then you got the governance and governance, because it's going to have a DAO. All of them have DAOs. Leash, exclusivity token, rumored to be the token you're going to need to build on the metaverse. Bone, technology, and the one that is the native token of the Shibarium blockchain, the layer 2 proprietary blockchain of the Shib project. Treat, powering the layer 3 through its technology over 36, including FHE by Zama. Okay, if you know about Zama, you know about the RSA conference, you know about the awards they won, you know that fully homomorphic encryption is actually quantum proof. So I'm just saying though, so this is not just about Bone, about a blockchain and about tokens to pump like Solana and some of these other ones. No, this is everything Fi. Okay, this is everything Fi. Okay, from eventually even birth certificates on blockchains to death certificates being confirmed to inheritances being shot to your children, to whoever your beneficiaries are. Okay, this is gaming, this is staking, this is fast food, brick and mortar, digital to physical, physical to digital, Shiba cows, phygital. Look, I'm trying to get through this article, but I can see why already that person sent me that. Why? Because first of all, this is the voice of Canine coming out with this. So let's see. Hopefully he provides some receipts or something, because right now all I see is division. All right, all I see is division. Keep it 100. I've never had I don't talk to this person. I mean, I might have conversed with them on a space or a Telegram VC or something, but it's not like I talk with this person. You know, I see though on that Telegram chat a lot of FUD building, a lot of Shytoshi hate. Keep it 100. All right, even people like, hey, why you guys keep ringing on this? Like, you know, we're over. So just putting it out there, right? So I don't know if this is related to that. I know that Lucy also left Canine, the project, and sold her bag. So just putting that out there, right? There's that. So something's going on that I personally don't know. If you know, shoot me a DM, shoot me a Telegram. I'm over here willing to see what's going on. Shoot me some receipts, all right? Because this division is funny to me. First of all, no one block within the Shibarium. If the breed gang couldn't do it, if the Paul Swamp gang couldn't do it, if the Bonarium clique couldn't do it, I mean, literally all these people, that's literally why I don't mess with some tokens. I don't mess with some tokens because some of the people that were backing the Fudders, and yeah, I'm going to say Shadowcats because I know now everyone, they call everyone Shadowcats. Well, damn, if you're working against the blockchain, working against the vision, first of all, at least show me, articulate that you know the vision, and then give me your FUD on why you don't like the vision. Don't stir and promote the vision without even understanding Ryoshi's vision, Shytoshi's vision of the trifecta that is the Shibarium blockchain, the Shib OS technology stack, and the Shiba state governance, economy, culture, philosophy, and politics. This is bigger than just a token. And this right here ain't even scratching the surface. This right here is, bone holders. That's what I'm getting. A lot of whiny shit. Keep it 100. All right? So let's see. So it's not the builders. Actually, it is the builders. Without people building, first of all, creating Shib in the image of BTC without an actual founder, that brings it to a whole different level. Understand the intricacy of this project, the strategic aspect and attack format of this. Understand the tactical delivery of the entire ecosystem. Don't just focus on one group of holders. I'm Bone Army. No one can be more bullish than me on Bone, hands down. All right, like I said, I went through the whole Paul Swap bullshit, through the whole Bonarium bullshit, through now this FUD right now. I mean, come on now, Bonarium, get the fuck out of here, man. Anyways, so Ask yourself who benefits the most when bondholders stay silent. All right. It's not the builders. It's not the projects trying to launch on Shibarium. And it's certainly not the small retail investors pairing their tokens with bone liquidity. History shows that ecosystems die not from healthy critique, but from collective denial. There is some truth here. There is some truth here. First of all, what ecosystem is he talking about? Because as far as I know, the healthiest ecosystem is actually Shibarium. What other ecosystem, what other blockchain is coming out with a magazine every 2 weeks to inform their holders, collective hold, not just the bone holders, not just the treat holders, the leash holders, the NFT holders, the shitcoin holders, canine holders? No, the entirety. All right. Anyways, let me just keep going on. Let me keep going, man. Partner Shibs. All right. Come on, bro. Who are you playing with, bro? All right. Anyways, let me see. So history shows that critique, but from collective denial. I don't know, man. They die from inactivity, first of all. When there is no activity, no projects, no one building on them, that's when they become what's known as phantom or ghost chains. So I don't know what this guy's talking about. And right now, what Shibarium, what ShibOS, and what the Shiba State is actually doing through the Shib developers, their portal, and the application store is bringing in developers, programmers, builders that you're poo-pooing for some reason, and actually incorporating them, allowing innovation, allowing what? Adoption. Because without adoption, we're not going to be able to grow. If it's just a circle jerk of people basically becoming an echo chamber of, oh, we hate Satoshi. Oh, why aren't we mooning? Are we going to do some marketing? When Coinbase? When Binance? When it's ready. And if you don't like it, go to another play. Go lose your money on some pump and dump. Or maybe you get lucky. Congratulations. Get out of our way. Because right now, this is not the average pump and dump. This right here is literally, as I call it, everything fi. Bone Army calls it everything fi. Why? Because it encompasses absolutely everything, not just tokens, not just pump tokens, not just liquid staking derivatives platforms, not just artificial intelligence, not just gaming, okay, but literally the absolute edge of the technological cutting edge. Whole nother level. Bugatti, Koenigsegg, Jesco over here. You guys over there on some Honda shit. Respect to Hondas, I have a Honda. But my point is, there's levels to shit. Okay, understand the craftsmanship that is this. This is like a handmade, Bentley. Okay, this right here is not your average token. Okay, this is not one token either. This is not bone only. All right. Anyways, let me keep going. I can see why someone is saying that K9 is messing with their bags, because this is the voice of K9 coming out with this. So what first of all, what's the point of this? What's the point of this? First of all, if you are the voice of K9, you should be focused on K9. Talk about K9. They're about to have an airdrop. They're about to have an event. They're about to have quests. That's what should be. That's what this article should have been about. What's the point of trying to stoke division? First of all, you ain't gonna shake the army. You ain't gonna shake the army, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. All right. Shit. These fools do not know. All right. Ryoshi. Respect, I'm Ryoshi. You're Ryoshi. We are Ryoshi. All right. Shaitoshi, appreciate you, bro. Cal, appreciate you. Lucy, appreciate you. Understand the builders in the background, the marketers, the constant FUD and hate that they have to deal with. This is supposedly part of the army right here, my people. I don't know. So I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100. Here, my throat. My throat is dry. So let's go. Let's go like a yes go. All right. Bone holders understand this truth intuitively. Warning is not sabotage. Warning is survival. Warning is survival? Warning is a warning. The survival comes after. This is like when Marx was smacking Proudhon in arguments where they're like, theft is poverty, and poverty is like, I mean, it's coming up with these word plays. Like, no, sorry, each one of those words means something. Maybe, anyways, a warning is the canary in the mine to some. Okay, then I would understand it, but this don't even make sense, bro. Warning is not sabotage. Well, it depends how it's done. This is too general a statement. Warning is survival. It depends how you're doing it. How are you warning? All right, anyways, power and unity. I agree with that title. Let's see what happens. Because I agree with the title, then he just veers crazy to the right. I don't know. The strength of Shibarium isn't in one wallet or one personality. Boom! Already an attack on Satoshi. It's first of all, he don't have to even say it. That's why come on, bro. It's in the thousands of bone holders who together form an unstoppable network of resilience. Really? It's in them? It's only in them. Even Bone Army recognizes that shit makes no sense. All right, here, let's come over here. We don't even have 100,000 bone holders. We don't even have 100,000 bone holders. And the whole reason why it's on Ethereum is because eventually we're going to start migrating to Shibarium, creating a lot of volume on Shibarium. Understand the plan. So right now, 95,000, really? That's holding it down? Less than 100,000? When in reality, if you come to Shib, not even 100,000 bone holders. So let's just ignore these 1.5 million Shib holders, because apparently just the Bone Army matters, according to this, bro. Like, honestly, I don't know what this is even trying to do. What's the point of this nonsense? Real talk. Because even if you look at Bone and all the volume that you have on K9, even with the validator and all that, let's just say they don't even have like 4 million. I mean, in fact, you know what? I can probably check. Let me see real quick, my people. Give me a second. Damn, I can see why this got some people heated, man. And it sucks that, like I said, it's coming from someone tied to K9, because that FUDs K9, though. That actually creates FUD for K9. So TVL 418,000. That's the TVL right now. 400? Really? All right, let's see how much we got on farming. 1.1 million. Okay, 1.1 million. That's what's staked. All right. So let's go ahead and see. So once again, now let's go to Bone. Yep, Bone over here. Where I had it. So go ahead and let's just say 3 million. Take 3 million from this market cap. It makes it 64 million. Take 7 million. Fuck it. 7 million. It makes it 60 million. Is that really going to stop? Not even 10%. That's not even 10% of the market cap. Is that really gonna stop Bone? I mean, that low key, this article is first of all, he's trying to pump the Bone holders to somehow rebel or divide us. We are the Bone Army, player. I don't even know what you're talking about, because we've been staking since what, 2021, 2022 on Shiba Swap, and now we're gonna somehow listen to you. Like I said, like, honestly, these echo chambers might be pumping some of these people's ego up, but I'm gonna tell you, this actually hurts the ecosystem. this actually hurts the ecosystem. Like I said, first of all, it's not true. I'm literally explaining to you guys why it's not true. 95,000 bone holders, 1.5 million Shib holders. So just that alone, what are you talking about, player? Come on now, man. It's the thousands of bone holders who together form an unstoppable. All right, so anyways, the strength of Shibarium isn't in one wallet or one personality. Actually, you're wrong. If it wasn't for Ryoshi, one personality, this whole thing wouldn't happen, or one team. All right, Toshi brought it to the next level. And once he steps away, hopefully everything is in motion. Even for your projects that you can go ahead and do what you want, flood the ecosystem, all right, complain without understanding the full roadmap. This is like not understanding a treasure map and complaining the whole way because you have to keep winding around valleys, going over mountains, traversing, looking in different islands or whatever it is, like without even knowing where the X is, where the X marks the spot. The Vanguard understands that more than anyone, and they've clearly shown people what they're doing. They're also tapping into the power system of fame. That's right, fame. Concepts honestly foreign to some of you guys because you guys don't take the time to understand how these people have publicists, how they have fame managers that invite them to different events where they are seen, because that is at the end of the day what fame is: influence, marketability, brand recognition, and through that an increase in valuation of whatever the product or person is. And that is Shitoshi right now, whether you guys like it or not. All right, just putting it out there. Team Shy, buy some Shitoshi on Solana too, goddammit. All right, let's go. So power and unity. The strength of Shibarium isn't in one. All right, cool. It's in the thousands of bone holders, really, who together form an unstoppable network of resilience. If we stand together, we can. Let's see what these bullet points are. Demand that bone be recognized, promoted, and supported like the vital asset it is. First of all, it is, and that doesn't even make sense. There is no budget. So if you want to market it, go ahead and make memes. Go ahead and start harassing some of these centralized exchanges to list it. Go ahead and run campaigns, whether it's on change.org or fund, GoFund, whatever it is. Be creative, make some videos, make a documentary, raise funds. Like, there's a lot of things you guys can do instead of just bitching, honestly. And this right here seems like a lot of bitching. It's like, oh, why aren't you promoting it? Well, first of all, why would you be promoting it if the most exponential part of the bull run, the most parabolic part of the bull run hasn't even happened? So why would you use all your ammunition right now? Makes no sense. Like I said, it makes this right here, all right? Advocate for incentive programs, grants, and liquidity rewards tied to bone. Well, if you want an incentive program, you can buy some canine. In fact, no, buy bone. If you want to incentivize bone, buy bone. Stake it on canine. You can even bridge it through canine. Make an LP pair. Make canine bone. Make bone 50-50. Go ahead. Boom. You can stake it in the liquid staking derivatives incentive program. And then you can get canine. You'll get escrow canine. You vest that. You go ahead. Once it's vested, you can go ahead. It'll turn into real canine that you can claim. Then you take that real canine, you stake that canine. And then by staking that canine, you will receive bone as a reward for staking that canine. Then you can take that bone that you got from staking your canine, and then you can split it in half, make another small LP, put it in the LP, add it to the LP that you have, and then you'll accrue more escrow canine. And then you can go ahead and vest it, and then eventually that'll turn into more canine because it's only going to be growing. Then you take that more canine, you stake it to the canine that you are already staking, and then guess what? once, and actually not just staking, you can stake it or you can lock it for even more percentage APY, APR incentives. And then you take that and continue the cycle, get more bone rewards. So there's definitely there. If you want to put it on Bone Shiba Swap, on Shiba Swap, I myself, I can even show you hundreds of bones that I received. So I don't even know exactly. He wants more. Well, who doesn't want more, right? All right. Ensure that bone is integrated into every future roadmap, announcement, partnership, and Shibarium expansion. What do you think ShibOS is? What do you think the Shiba state is? This is lit. It's like the Egyptian kingdom, the Egyptian empire. Okay, it had different pyramids, it had different government structures, it had a hierarchy, it had a priesthood, it had the pharaohs. But at the end of the day, the Nile was extremely valuable. It was the Fertile Crescent where they were able to use the water to facilitate transportation and aggregate their crops. Now, what I'm going to tell you about that is that's what bone is. Bone is like the Nile in the kingdom. But what's the kingdom though? The kingdom is the Shiba state, and the governance structure, the government's philosophy and culture, the country is based on the ShibOS technology that powers the country. And the energy really is the Shibarium blockchain. And the power, once again, is like hydropower. It's bone. If you understand that, then you understand how perfect this ecosystem has been constructed, how perfectly this ecosystem has been constructed. And saying something like ensure that bone is integrated into every future roadmap, announcement, partnership, and Shibarium expansion. Do you not understand that? Not only 1.5, not only layer 2, not only layer 3, the application layer, the financial layers, privacy layers, identity layers will all use bone. They've told you that. You need to read some Shib magazines is what you need to do, bro. Honestly, because this is not a rebellion. It's not a coup. Well, what it is, it's ignorance and display. Clearly is what it looks like to me. I can see why they sent me that. Because I'm right now pissed. Just reading this. The fact this even came out from the voice of K9 makes people, including myself, and I'm fucking bullish as hell on K9, makes you less bullish on K9. I'm going to just tell you right now. This is affecting, now I know why he said they're messing with our bags. Because not only the bone, but K9. Because this right here is not a good look. Already K9 has been flirting with, oh, well, things aren't going as we want them. Maybe we should go to Polygon. Maybe we should go to it. When Shibarium's trying to be the settlement layer of all layer 2s. Think about that for a little bit. Like, not even trying to, how much, anyways, just, it's crazy. And I'm going to say something too, because I've been getting this feeling from Buzz, and I respect Buzz a lot. He's the founder, I would say one of the leads in the K9 Finance. But I've picked up a little bit of, I'm going to say, lost faith. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to say it like that. You know what I mean? And definitely, I will say this as well. Before K9 even launched, or actually, was it maybe a little after K9 launched, there was this one Ryoshi chain. You guys remember that? Well, even back then, Buzz was saying, well, I'm not saying I'm going to go over there, but, maybe we can look at it or whatever. It was like a Shiba Inu layer 2 type situation. And I told them back then, I'm like, you know what? That would actually hurt the credibility of K9. If you look up the DMs, everything I said then, I'm saying now, and it's still the truth. And I said that it would basically turn a lot of people off, especially the Shib army, Bone army. So just put it in right now. There's a proposal, and a lot of people are like, oh, let's go ahead. Polygon. Lido left Polygon. Anyways, let me go ahead and just go. So, anyways, no diss to Buzz, just throwing that out there. So, my point is that the loyalty isn't like it is with some of the people that have been riding with this ecosystem from the beginning, from the launch, literally, like myself, bought Bone at $15. All right. So my point is, like, when Bone was first launched day one, nobody knows how it's gonna go, right? But one of my first Bones, I bought at $15. All right. So understanding that, if you lived all that, understand how the liquidity event went, how, in my opinion, it prevented a lot of whales from just buying it up like it normally happens when something's launched. I think this is one of the most methodical ecosystems, period. So when I see some of this stuff, I'm not really understanding it. And when I see it's not a rebellion, it's not a coup, well, it isn't, because first of all, you can't have a rebellion on the Shiba state. Y'all too small. You can't have a coup. First of all, the country's not even born. So how you can even coup d'etat, and you don't have it. Sorry, bro. Even if you guys already know Bone Army, and you know how bullish I am on K9 Finance. Even if K9 disappears, Shib's still gonna be here. Shibarium's still gonna be here. Shib OS still gonna be here. The Shiba state still gonna flourish. The metaverse still gonna flourish. So what you guys think? That, just because you guys got a little power right now? Come on, man. Unification also coming with liquid staking. Others gonna come also. In fact, the way ChewySwap going, ChewySwap might have their liquid staking. You feel me? And I rock with Jim because he is the most productive developer, programmer on Shibarium, hands down. All right. So anyways, let's go ahead and keep this going. So anyways, see, you see this? This is what this article is creating. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it's cool though. I like people to have their opinion. I want them to tell me where they're at, so I know where they're at. All right. It's easy to FUD. It's hard to create. It's hard to build. None of these people ever been in any project close to what Shiba Inu has accomplished. Period. Anyways, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to suspect some of these people might be Polygon whales, because they've been in liquid staking for a minute. I know a lot of them got experience with Lido. They probably have some Polygon. So maybe, you know what? Maybe they're trying to, make that Polygon move to get their bags in there. Once again, it's DeFi. So we don't even know exactly what they're holding. We're just putting it out there, my people. Trust no one. All right. A vision for Bone's future. A vision. It's called Ryoshi's vision. Shaitoshi's vision. Where someone can buy an Eldorado fish for cents and be able to actually transact with Shi in a perpetual Shiba state, decentralized economy. Anyways, so imagine a Shibarium where Bone is revered the way BNB is on Binance Smart Chain. What does that even mean, bro? Revered? Binance's whole thing is their smart chain. Okay? So, of course, that's what they focus on. Plus, they're able to do more. Why? Because Binance is one of the largest holders of Bitcoin in the world. Plus, they have exchanges, centralized exchanges, whereby they make millions, if not billions, in fees. So I think your comparison's a little off. That's the difference between a centralized ecosystem and blockchain. And I'm not even saying that, I'm just saying it's a centralized exchange that dominates it. Okay. And they do burn a lot. So respect to CZ. I actually love BNB. Let me just put it out there. But that's a centralized exchange. What is the centralized exchange of Shib? That part, decentralization, player. So yeah. Anyway, and it is, by the way, Bone is very important for Shibarium. You can't do anything without Bone. Literally, they have articles about Bone. The whole ecosystem is based on the Bone transactions and their efficiency. It is an immutable token. Okay, so I really don't understand where that. So imagine a chain where builders. First of all, I'm gonna say another thing too. If you think BNB is the play, buy BNB, bro. Sayonara, bro. You feel me? Buy. It's for free. You're free to do it. Go if you think. You know what I mean? It's like, let's say you think you can get a better deal somewhere. Let's say you can get a better job somewhere. Go ahead, do it. The truth is, he knows, I know, you know. Bone, way better than BNB. Respect to BNB. Nothing like Bone. Why? Because of the vanguard of Shibarium. I know this is going long. 41 in. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna keep hitting it. Let's go. A vision for Bone and future. All right, imagine blah blah blah. All right, imagine a chain where builders fight to launch because liquidity is deep, gas fees are steady, and the base token is strong. First of all, liquidity is going to be deep. In fact, Shib isn't even fully rolled out with their entire ecosystem. Their stablecoin Shib that will be pegged to a penny will be the literal economic foundation of the Shiba state. Clearly, this person does not understand that because he's boom. No, bro. Wrong play. You're confusing it for BNB. Swing to BNB because this is Shibarium. This right here is the Shiba state. This right here is Shib OS. Understand the difference, bro. You over here talking to the kings of Ethereum. Recognize your place. Nobody bigger than Shiba Inu on Ethereum. They are the kings. So you got these people trying to tell the kings what to do. Clowns, I'm telling you, bro. I can see it. What's up with it? And this is him trying to be constructive, I think. All right, let me go ahead. Imagine a world where holding Bone isn't just a show of loyalty. It's a smart strategic investment in the future of decentralized finance. So if that isn't what Bone is right now, if you don't believe that it's literally a strategic investment in the future of decentralized finance, of which you supposedly are the voice, but did you just forget that? So now Canine Finance isn't the future of decentralized finance? First of all, that's the liquid staking aspect of it. Shib Finance is coming, okay? Real finance, real lending is coming, my people. Don't get distracted by the division that Pulse Digital is trying to create. And I'm gonna tell you, Pulse, no diss to you, player. I'm gonna just keep it 100. Like I said, I hadn't even read. First of all, I can't even get through it because all this shit you're saying is bullshit, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. Straight up. And you're the one that wrote this article. First of all, I wasn't even gonna touch on the FUD that you guys have been spewing in the chat. But you know what, though? You put this article, so now that it's public, well, let's go. Let's give it a little public haranguing. You feel me? All this bullshit. Oh, it's not a rebellion. It's not a coup. Yeah, we know it ain't. Because you ain't capable of doing it. Shiba stay coming, whether you like it or not. Whether Paul Swamp wants it or not. Whether the Bonarium clique wants it or not. Simple as that. And if you don't like it, go to BNB, player. Say what's up to CZ while you're over there, all right? Tell him much love. I hate what they did to him, but you know what I mean? I see him dropping a dime on Justin, so I don't know how I feel about that snitching, but it is what it is. You know, can't hate on CZ for trying to protect his bag. All right, so let's go ahead and keep this going because this shit is long. So steady coin. So yeah, this is crazy that he even said this. Let me just go ahead and read this sentence to you. First of all, if you are part of the Bone Army, part of the Shibarium Army, part of the group that believes that what Ryoshi, what Shaitoshi, what Kao are doing, what Wizard is doing, is creating a perpetual decentralized nation state in a digital form based on the Montevideo protocols. If you believe that, then this sentence is insulting. Let me read this bullshit again. Imagine a world where holding bone isn't just a show of loyalty. First of all, who's saying you're loyal if you hold bone? Quote that. First of all, you're loyal if you hold any token in any ecosystem. That's what loyalty means. All right? Or is this one of those warning isn't loyalty? Anyways, imagine a world where holding bone isn't just a show of loyalty. It's a smart strategic investment in the future of decentralized finance. That's exactly what it is. So I don't even know so he's basically saying he don't believe that. The future isn't impossible. It's just waiting for people bold enough to demand it. Final thoughts. We are the chain. You are not a fudder for wanting Bone to succeed. You are not disloyal for pointing out where things must improve. And what's crazy about this is, as the voice of it, because me, you know what I mean? I work and I should just knock out a couple of these proposals. I'm hoping some people knock out some great proposals, but clearly the proposals right now are leaning towards this type of shit. But I will definitely have to hit these people with some proposals, let you know how it goes, if they go good, because I got some good ideas. And this right here, writing an article to divide, definitely not one of them. So let's see what this finalizes in thoughts. All right. So you are not a fudder for wanting Bone to succeed. You are not disloyal for pointing out where things must improve. You are the guardians of the chain. Okay, calm down, Guardians of the Galaxy. Why am I picturing him in his tantarans writing this with a cape like Captain Underpants? All right, chains don't die from criticism. These empty strawmans, these red herrings are crazy. Chains die from silence, complacency, and a lack of stewardship. We aren't critics. We are caretakers. We aren't abandoning Bone. We're fighting for it. Because the health of Bone is the health of Shibarium. And the health of Shibarium is the future of everything we're building together. Stay strong, stay loud, stay united. The chain is only as strong as its guardians. Well, if you're the guardians, chain is weak and beta. This is not alpha. This is the type of shit that got people banning bots, got people increasing the sell tax. You know what I mean? So let's see what some of the comments tax on. Hello, Post. And I'm going to tell you this. For the most part, most of the chat right now is buddy anti-shy. I'm going to just put it out there. All right. So let's see, because it's like 5-6 different people that constantly keep it up. All right. So this taxon, this is actually one of them. So hello, Post. This post is straight fire. Boneholders really are the unsung heroes keeping Shibarium alive. And you nailed it. Silence isn't the answer. We got to speak up. I'm all in for the vision where Bone becomes the B&B of Shibarium. Let's make it happen, fam. So I agree with the sentiment, just not the straight fire part. That article was not straight fire. Couch, this is unfortunately another person that has been fudding in the TG. Never be silenced for what you believe in. Name calling is the oldest trick in the book. Label them and they will back down. I am not a fudder, toxic, or a scammer because I speak up. I am a believer of Ryoshi and live by I am Ryoshi within this space. decentralized or bust. All right. I see. The thing is, I kind of agree with some of the statements being made because you shouldn't stay silent. I mean, obviously, but I don't know. Well, I just went through the article. So middle journey. Wow, that's made me reflect. Amazing tweet. I hope everyone reads this comment. Thank you. Mitesh. F you. Thumbs down. I feel that. Rug. Bone. Shibarium. LF. Let's F and go. Shibarium. Sincere. Drew. He's out also in the chat. He's normally pro Shibarium though. Sincere, heartfelt, honest, full transparency. Wouldn't expect anything less. Brilliant article post. In theory. All right. So, anyways, that's what we're getting from this. You feel me? So that's my honest opinion. So I can see why someone said what they said. Now, you might agree, you might not agree. At the end of the day, it's important for us to give our opinions. Definitely give our opinions, So he believes bone is it. He believes the bone holders are the ones. Unfortunately, this ecosystem is way bigger than that. And I believe that Treat might actually be one of the biggest plays on the Shibarium ecosystem. So it's too early to be doing this. And in my opinion, it did try to create a little division. Or maybe it's the way that he said it, the way he did it. But yeah, that's basically what I got from it, my people. So I'm gonna give you the truth. All right. So Guardians or Fudders of Shibarium was the title I decided because I wasn't sure what exactly I was gonna read. You guys got my reaction. All right. So Bone Army analyzes Post Digital's article. And I didn't know it was gonna take 52 minutes, but it is what it is, my people. With that said, whether you agree or not, hit that like, bell it up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent, and that way we can together be live, or you can be notified when I drop content. All right, another thing too, if you want more content, go ahead and hit that up there. A bunch of lives I've been doing, catch those because I've been hitting some of the plays, and then I'm gonna just hit you with a play that isn't even on Shibarium. It's actually on Solana. It's called Buckazoids at 4.37 million. Definitely I'm in that play. Just not financial advice. Let me actually go back to Shib. All right. So if you caught that little quick one, I definitely would jump in that right now. But you guys know my position. It's Bone. It's Shibarium. It's Team Ryoshi. Team Shaitoshi. Team Cow. All right, Team Reventech. All right, I'm not supposed to say that, but all right, there it is. All right, you got a little Easter egg for you guys. All right, my people. So like I said, catch those up there, and I'm out. Deuces. No hate to anybody, just my honest opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think. All right, and with that, I'm Bone Army. Not you. I'm Bone Army. You're Bone Army. We are Bone Army. And I'm out. Deuces.